Which of the following is a Java method for finding the maximum value in an array? Option A, max method. Option B, maximum method. Option C, max value method. Option D, findMax method. Okay, let's check all these options one by one and find out the correct one. Java does not have a built-in method specifically named as max method and max value method for finding the maximum value in an array directly. However, let's evaluate the options based on the standard Java practices. For that, let's check option B first. B option is not a standard Java method in any common library for arrays in Java. So that is why B option is wrong. Okay, let's check C option, max value method. C option is not a standard method, though it could be a custom method name a programmer might use, but in Java we do not have max value method. So that is why C option is wrong. Okay, so before checking option D, just let me tell you Java method for finding the maximum value in an array. Okay, so in Java we have arrays.stream, which is a built-in way to find the maximum value in an array. So for that just let me show you one example so that it would be easy for you to understand. Okay, this is the example for finding the maximum value in an array. Here you can see we have imported a arrays class, and inside the main method we have numbers array, and that array we are giving to the int stream, and this gives us the maximum value, and that value we are printing here as a max value, and after that you can get the output value. But before that, just let me tell you arrays stream numbers max get as int, how it works. So for that, just let me tell you arrays.stream numbers converts the integer array into an int stream like a sequence of primitive int values, and dot max function find the maximum value in the stream, and the last one get as int method extract the result as an integer. So this is the correct built-in Java approach, uses arrays.stream, and here we have numbers array, and dot max method dot get as int to find the maximum value in an integer array. So now we know the correct way to find the maximum in an array. Okay, let's go back to the option D. Option D, findMax method. Option D is also not a standard Java method, though it resembles a descriptive name someone might choose for a custom implementation, but this is not a built-in function in Java. So that is why option D is wrong. Till now we have seen option B is wrong, option C is wrong, option D is wrong. Like for the understanding, if you want to use findMax method in your code, how you can use, just for that I'm just going to show you one more example. This is the example for findMax method. So in this program you can clearly see we have an integer array, and that array once it calls findMax, we are passing the numbers array. It gives you the max value, and that max value you are printing as a output, or you can see here maximum value, which is 109 in this array. So this is the method. Let me just show you. This is the public static int findMax integer array we are passing, and in starting what we are doing, we are taking index 0 as a max value, and then we are iterating through the array, and each number in the array we are checking. If the number is greater than max value, then number we are assigning to the max, and that max returns after this function is called. Okay, so this value you will get it as a output, which you can clearly see here. So this is for the your understanding, like find max method is not a built-in Java method. Now you can see it works. It works to find the maximum value, but this is not a built-in Java method. So that is why let's go back to the option D. That is why option D is wrong. Okay, let's check option A, which is max method. There is no max method in the standard Java array utilities. However, the math class has a method dot max a comma b method that compares two values, not an entire array. So that is why option A is the closest match in terms of naming, but it's not designed for arrays directly. So that is why option A is wrong. Option A is wrong. Some people, maybe they have used math dot max method to find the maximum of two numbers. Maybe they have used, they are confused when I'm saying A option is wrong, because they are thinking, is it a right answer to find the maximum value? Math dot max value in Java is built in Java method used to compare two numbers and return the largest one. If I write the syntax for math dot max function, like public static int max int a comma int b. This is a syntax, and here you can see it takes two parameters a and b and compares two numbers. It does not work on arrays directly. It only works for two numbers, not for the arrays. So that is why you can't say option A is correct. If I show you the implementation, like you can think like that, like int, this is the example I'm taking, integer array. Okay, let me write here. Okay, remove it from here. Let me write here for the example. Like you can think of integer array which is having the 5, 3, 9, 1, 7, and you want to find the max for this array. So how you can find? Math dot max array. This is a wrong way. In Java, we do not have max method to work for the arrays. You can use the math.max method inside a loop, but this is not a built-in method for arrays. So you can't do like that. This is wrong. I'm just showing you, like if you have any doubt till now, so you will be clear with your intuition. Like yeah, there is no way to use math.max for the arrays. Okay, just let me take one more example. Like what if you have collection or you have a list? Like if you are working with a list, not a primitive array, you can use the collections.max method. It is allowed. Like for example, if you have a list, generic type is integer, list arrays dot as list, and this is what 20, 10, 5, 30, 15. So use collections.max to find the maximum value. You can use the collections.max like this. Int max is equal to collections dot max. This is what the list, and after that you can use println to print the output on the console. System dot out dot println maximum value in the list is max. this is correct implementation. You can do that for the list but not for the arrays. And for using the collections, you need to import java dot util dot collections. And for the list, you need to implement the list also. So one more library, you need to import java dot util dot list. And for the arrays class, you need to import it arrays from the java util package, java dot util dot arrays. And this all code you need to write inside the main method, and that will work fine. So for the output, just let me draw. For the output, you can see for largest, 30 is a largest value. So you will get output as maximum value in the list is 30. Now you know dot max method you can use for the collections you have seen here if it is a list, but not for arrays. Okay, so the correct answer is, let's go back to the question. So the correct answer is none of the options are built in Java methods for finding the maximum value in an array. If I talk about these options, so the correct built-in method we have seen arrays dot stream numbers dot max dot get as int method. So none of the options are correct. Like if we forced to pick one, we can pick the findMax method. D is the best choice, but it must be implemented manually, like we have seen here. It must be implemented manually. So for that, now we have completed this question and we have checked all these options. All the options we have learned this program for finding the maximum value. And this is the way which we have seen not to follow, because this is wrong way. And here we have written a code for finding the maximum value for the list from the collections class. Okay, so that is all for this lecture. I'll see you in the next one.